No. Hi all. Good morning. So let's start. First of all, let's start with the assignment discussion. So any question on the assignment, either on this 29th August assignment based on the aggregate function. Do you have any question, anyone? Any question, guys? No questions? Then on this first number, any question? No? Okay, I think many of you have not worked on this assignment. So you have weekends coming ahead. Saturday, Sunday, work on the assignment. If you're getting stuck, let me know. We'll discuss on Monday. But if you have any question now, you please ask me. We'll discuss this question if you have anything.
Tanvir, on 29th, can we see the 7th and 8th? Question number 7, 8.
28th. Oh, sorry, 7th and 8th.
Right.
Okay.
I did solve, but I wanted to see like.
Okay, 7th and 8th.
Right. Miss, I've tried the using CT. Output was also coming, but I wanted to see whether it's correct or not.
Okay. Fine, let's discuss this. The question is, write a SQL query to find topper in each semester. Okay, topper in each semester. Okay, first of all, let me create this table, and this is the data. Select a star from a student. This is the data. So this is your student table. Okay, this is the student table. The question is to find topper in each semester, right? You have to find topper in each semester. So can you guys help me to understand what should be your first step? Step one, what should be the first step one? What you will do in step one? Forget about SQL. Manually, if I will ask you, tell me the topper in each subject. Let's discuss manually. What you will do first?
We'll add the subjects and add the marks, and the maximum marks will be.
Add the subject, add the marks. Why you will add subjects?
I mean, add the marks of the subjects.
That is what. Why you want to add the marks to the subject? All the question is to find topper in each semester.
First of all, we group by one semester.
Sorry, can you repeat? Can you repeat once?
First of all, we'll create a bucket on semester.
Okay.
And
bucket on
then
semester.
We will, yes, and then we will add the marks respective to subject. Then we'll find out the maximum.
Okay. Any other thought? See, I'm not asking SQL query. I'm just asking that I have to find topper in each semester. Manually, if you have to do, how you will do. I'm not asking from SQL perspective. So think the logic. This is not related to SQL. Think the logic. Tell me how you will find the topper in each semester. What will be first step? What should be the first step?
First, we would do group by with semester.
Group by with semester, okay.
Or not order by.
No, 1 minute. I'm doing something.
Okay.
Order by semester, comma. One thing I want to show here, semester, comma, name. Semester, comma, name. No, I think this is a good example. I should. 1 minute, okay. Let me paste this data. Okay, this is the data, we have to find topper in each semester. Each semester means who is the topper in first semester, who is the topper in second semester, who is the topper in third semester, right? So now tell me what you will do first.
We will do group by on the basis of combination of semester and name.
Good. Group by basis on semester and name.
Name.
Or leave that group by, that is again SQL. I don't want to pitch in SQL now. Just think that we don't know SQL, how to find this. So first of all, we have to find the total marks scored by each student in each semester, right?
Yes.
Correct, no? So it means name, semester, total marks. Okay. So name A, semester 1. A in first semester have scored how much marks? 150, right? Okay. Similarly, B in first semester has scored how much marks? How much marks?
300.
300. Now, if I will ask you who is the topper in first semester, what will be your answer?
B.
B.
B, right? Good. So now tell me in first step what you have derived. In first step, what you have derived? The sum of marks. In first step, you have derived sum of marks grouped by name and semester, right? So in step 1, what we have to do is we have to find sum of marks grouped by name and semester. So I will write here name, comma, semester, comma, sum of marks, strand grouped by okay. Ordered by name, comma, semester. Now this is the output. This is the query of step 1 and this is the output. This is your output. Now tell me, is this fine? Is this output fine? Did you understood this? Any question so far? Ashish, are you speaking? I cannot hear. I'm not sure if I have.
Yeah,
Okay.
clear.
It's clear to everyone. The first step. In first step, what I've done?
Yes.
I found the name and semester wise total marks. The thing that is why SQL is just logic. Okay, nothing more. First of all, when you are writing a SQL query for any question, forget about SQL. Think that okay, if you have to do manually, how you will do, and then translate that manual logic into the SQL logic. In step 1, we decided that first of all, we have to find the total marks based on name and semester. So name and semester, this is total marks. Name and semester, this is the total marks. Name and semester, this is the total marks, right? So first task is done. Now for first semester, now I have to find who is the topper. So here in the first semester, I have A 150, B first semester is 300. Out of this, who is the topper?
B.
B. Why you are telling B is the topper? Because in first semester, yeah, A has scored 150, B has scored 300. You compared it and you analyze that 300 is greater than 150, or out of 150 and 300, which one is maximum? 300 is maximum. That is why you told that Tanvir, B is the topper for first semester, right? Okay. So now tell me in second step what I have to do. In step 2, what I have to do? In step 2, what I have to do?
For each semester we are supposed to find maximum of sum of marks.
So what I have received from here on this data, on top of this data, what I have to find? Maximum of this, right? I have to find maximum of this value for each semester. Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, correct. For
Yes.
each name and semester combination, we'll find what is maximum, correct? So now I will keep this query in CT1. Okay. This is CT1, then I have CT2 as here in the other CT2, and let me keep this alias as sum of mark. And here I will find select maximum of this. Now I have to find maximum of this based on this combination. So I will write that I want name and semester, but I want maximum of sum of marks. Okay, from which table?
CT1.
From CT1 group by name and semester. Okay, and then finally I will derive this. Let us start from CT2. From CT2. Okay, now you can see for oh sorry,
Okay,
I
should
should
not
not
do
use
group by
this.
name.
Right, group by semester only. Group by semester only. So now this will give you the total marks for each and every semester. So first semester maximum marks is 300, second 400, like this. So till here this is your step 2. Let me keep it here. This is the query of step 2 and this is the output. And this is the output for step 2. Okay. Now any questions so far? So in first semester 300 is the maximum, second semester 400 is the maximum, right? So in first step what we have done is we have derived the total marks for each and name and semester. Now this is the one, similarly in second step I have derived the maximum of this sum of marks, that who is maximum. In semester 1 we have A, semester 1 we have B, but out of this two who is maximum, 150 or 300? So 300 is the maximum. Okay, first semester 300 is the maximum. Now what to do next after this? What next?
You want the name?
Now I want to find the name, right? Who has scored this marks in semester 1, right? So can you tell me who has scored this marks in semester 1?
B.
B. Okay. Now can you tell me the logic how you told me that then with B has scored 300 marks in semester 1? What you have done?
We can pass the semester and marks into CT1 and we can get the name.
Good. Now this semester 1 and this maximum marks 1, this two combination, you have taken this combination and you are searching in this table, right? Where is semester 1 and maximum sum of marks 300? So this is 1 and this is 300, right? So you stopped here and then you told that okay, for this the name is B, so B is the answer. So now what I will do, I will take this semester and this combination and then I will go to this table, this one, this is your CT1. I will go here and I will tell him that CT1 tell me the record where semester is 1 and marks is 300. Is this clear? Step 3. Excuse me. Okay. Now I'm going to step 3. Now here I will tell CT3 as select name, right? Select name from which table you will select name? From CT1.
CT1.
CT1 where semester, comma, sum of marks in. So you are telling that this two values should be equal to which value? This one, right?
Yes.
I will write here in select semester, comma, max of sum of marks from CT2. So now in step 3, I'm telling to SQL engine that I want name from CT1, that is from this one. And then I'm giving the condition that for this combination of semester and sum of marks, that where semester and sum of marks is equal to this value, which is coming from CT2. That is what I've written, semester and sum of marks n, which is coming from semester and maximum sum of marks from CT2. Okay. So now finally you write here, select a start from CT3. Now you check the output. And that relation operator. Okay. Let me keep your name and semester as well, because you want topper for each and every semester. So now this is the output. Let's analyze this output. Now this is the output as per step 3. So as per this output, B is the topper in first semester. So in first semester 300 is the maximum marks. We have seen B is the topper. In second semester 400 is the maximum marks. Who has scored 400? In second semester A has scored 400. B has also scored 400. So they both are topper. That is why in second semester you have A and B. Both are the toppers. Okay. So this is your final query. Any questions so far? Any question in this? Is it clear?
Yes, Samir.
Fine. Anyone? Any question on this? You see, if you see the same format I'm using for all the questions, same format. But before this, you have to think the logic. And you see, logic is nobody related to SQL. SQL task, SQL is telling you that you prepare the logic and translate that to me. Okay, so this logic you have to prepare that firstly what you have to do, then second what you have to do. So when you're trying to write SQL query, first of all prepare logic in your mind that okay, manually if I have to do, how I will do. Okay, first of all complete that part. Then translate their logic in SQL queries. Okay. Yeah, any question? No. Okay, any question in this yesterday assignment? Set operators which I have discussed, minus, union, all intersect. Any question?
Tanvir, that scenario based question. Sir, the last two questions.
Yeah, last two. So unable to get the null value.
Question number 10 you are telling? 9 and 10?
9 and 10.
Yes.
Okay, 9 and 10. Okay, first of all, before I answer this question 9 and 10, how many of you have tried solving question number 9, first of all?
I
tried.
Yeah, I tried.
Okay, good. Good number of people have tried. Then now I will answer this. Very good, interesting question. Question number 9. System. Question number 9 is there. Write a SQL query to list the ID which is present in employee 1 table, not in employee 2 table, considering the duplicate records as well. Okay, first of all, let me create your employee 1 table and let me create your employee 2 table. Okay, let me show you the data. Select the start from employee 1. So this is the data in employee 1 Excel sheet. Employee 1 have employee 2. The data in employee 2. Excuse me. So this is employee 2 and this is your employee 1. Okay. Now what is the question? Question is asking to list the ID which is present in employee 1 table but not in employee 2 table, considering the duplicate records as well. So forget about this condition for the time being. Suppose this condition is not there. We have only this query. Okay, to find ID which is present in employee 1 but not in employee 2. Okay. Before this, I think something is missing here. Null part I have not captured. Okay, fine. Okay, so suppose first of all we have to solve question till here only. This condition is not there. Assume it. Okay. So for this, what should be the query to cater to this condition? What should be the query?
So
Minus
we can
operator we can use.
we can use minus not in
Okay.
sub query as well.
Suppose. Okay, good. Solution 1. I will try to using in operator. Okay. For that, the query should be select ID from employee 1 where ID not in, select ID from employee 2, right? So this query will give me the ID which is present in 1 but missing in 2. Okay. This is the ID which is present in 1 but missing in 2. Solution 1. Now, is this the correct output?
Null
As
is
per
missing.
the output required now.
In this output, null is missing because we have ID null which is present in employee 1 table but not present in employee 2 table. So as per the question, we should display null as well, but in the output null is missing because we have discussed this in operator fails to capture the null record, right? And this is one of the limitation of in operator. The same question I posted on LinkedIn, the set of questions which I used to ask in the interview. So this is the reason, this is a limitation of in. Even if you have null, it will fail to capture the null. Is that clear? We have discussed this yesterday as well. Okay. And you know, this is very dangerous actually. So you have to be very careful. Why? Because maybe this transaction ID is missing. And maybe corresponding to this, the transaction value is suppose 10 million. And that holds importance, right? And your query is not giving me this null. So I'll be under the impression that none of the transaction which is 10 million is missing. So that is why null also holds importance. You have to be very careful. So in, not in, if I'm using here, it is not in operator. It has given the output, but null is missing. Okay, now if I will ask this condition, considering duplicate records as well. So now is this correct output or not?
Yes.
It is giving the duplicate
It's
output.
correct.
That is
Yes.
correct. But on the same side, you can challenge it that Tanvir, it is fine. Duplicate, you are showing that ID1 is missing twice. So you are showing ID1 twice in the output. That is fine. But null is missing, right? Null is missing. I cannot ignore this null because maybe this will be having very huge transaction value. I cannot ignore this null. I want a null as well in the output, right? So for that, what to do? So for that, I will write a second solution using minus operator. Okay. So I will write a query, select ID from employee 1 minus select ID from employee 2. Okay. Now I'm running this query. Now you got this output. Now tell me, is this the correct output?
No.
No.
Duplicates
No.
are missing.
This output I have shown you null, but then duplicate is missing, right? ID1 is missing here twice. But as per my output, I'm showing only ID1. It is missing once. So the business user will be under the impression that ID1 is missing only once. There is only one transaction related to ID1 which is missing. But in the question, it is clearly mentioned you have to consider duplicate records as well. Now what to do? You understood both the use cases. If I'm using not in, it is giving me duplicate, that is fine, but it is missing null. If I'm using minus operator, it is catching this null record, but it is missing duplicate. Now what should I do? Not in, I cannot use, minus, I cannot use. Which one? Yeah.
Can we pass this ID that we are getting it from this minus query, right? Pass it to employee 1, and if we provide 1 and 2, right? For that, if we get the record, so we can get the duplicates, right?
Good. This is also a good approach. Very good. See, now what I will do here, I will write, I want select ID from employee 1, where, first of all, let me run this ID in. One one two. This is what you're telling.
Yeah, yes. But again,
But
null
again, null is missing. So what to do?
I have one more solution, Tanvi.
Yes, please tell me.
Select ID from EMP1, where ID not in, select ID from EMP2,
Okay, this one then.
and then union all.
Good.
Select ID
One
from
minute.
EMP1.
Union all. Select ID
from EMP1 where ID is null.
No, that you cannot use. I will tell you why. This is what you're telling, no?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Let me run this. Got the output?
Yes, yes.
So, but this is not correct actually. The logic is not correct. Output is correct, but the logic is not correct. Why? Because you have here your written union all select ID from employee 1 where ID is null, right? This is fine. But suppose if employee 2 is also having null data. Suppose employee 2 is also having null data. So ideally we should not get null in the output, right? But when I will execute this query, This will give me null. You got it? No, I think it's not clear. See, suppose now in your employee 2, you have null record. Suppose it is null is there. Okay.
Okay.
Now tell me what should be the output. 1, 1 and 2.
1, 1 and 2. Yes.
Right. So now if I will execute this query, this will again give me null because we have given this condition. Is it clear? No. Tell me, are you clear or not clear? See, okay. Suppose if I have inserted this record null in employee 2. Okay. What should be the output now?
1, 1 and 2.
1, 1 and 2. Okay. The output should be 1, 1 and 2. Let me insert this. Then I will delete it. I've inserted this null as well in employee 2. Now you're telling that the output should be 1, 1 and 2, right? So now I'm running this query. But in the output, I am getting what happened? Oh my God. This concept I have taught or not, I don't know. I think I have taught this. I think I have taught this concept. Okay, but 1 minute. Okay, I want to keep this solution on hold for some time. Okay, then again I will come to this because now there is one concept into this. I forget whether I have explained in your class, but I have explained, yeah, not in when null is there, I have explained that. Okay, but I will come to that again. Okay, so just hold on this solution for timing. I will answer this. Okay.
Okay.
So first of all, let me drop table employee 2. It is getting complicated now. Drop table employee 2. Keeping this table into the original state where it was. So employee 2 now it has only 3, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and same question. We want the duplicate and null as well. So this query will not work. I will come to this again. Okay, don't worry. So we were discussing. Let me do this as well. This is going to be a complicated discussion now. Okay, anyway. So we have seen that if I'm using not in, I'm getting 1, 1, 2 in the output. If I'm using minus, I'm getting 1, 2 and null in the output. So you guys are telling that then if you're using not in, you are missing null. If you're using minus operator, you are missing duplicate. Now how to make a balance of this? This is the question, right? So at least the question is clear to everyone what we are discussing.
Yes.
Yes, Tanvir.
Question is clear to everyone, right? The question here is to find the ID which is present in employee 1 but missing in employee 2, and you have to consider duplicate as well. Okay, that is the question. I tried solving this using not in. Not in is giving me the output duplicate, but it is not fetching me null. Then I used minus operator. Minus is giving me null, but it is not fetching the duplicate. So I'm a bit confused which one to use, right? So what I will do, I know many of you will be having some solution, but let me explain my solution first of all, then we'll discuss. Okay. Then what I will do is, what I have written here. No, not this one. Leave this. Okay. This query, now I will give you a hint. I don't want to solve this. I will give you a hint. You guys think over this. Okay. If I'm running this, the output is 1, 2, null. Okay. This is the output 1, 2 and null. Fine. If I'm running this, the output is 1, 2. What happened? I think I'm not executing this. So what? 1, 1, 2. Okay. Output is 1, 1, 2. Okay. Now here this is the output and here this is the output. Now what is the expected output? What is the expected output, guys? 1,
1, 1, 2
1,
null.
2 null. Now think that from this data and this data, what do you have to do so that you should get this data?
We can intersect both these queries.
Yes, sir.
Intersect both these queries. Okay. First of all, what is the
Intersection will give the common values, no?
Yeah,
Yes.
it won't
So
give the
union,
duplicate.
we can use union.
good.
Yes.
Intersect gives the common value. So, and we have discussed yesterday that intersect has by default inbuilt distinct functionality. So intersect we cannot use, right? But that's good. You guys are thinking, and that's a good way to learn. So intersect we cannot use, right? Convinced? Intersect we cannot use. Okay.
Yes, yes.
What next? What next? Someone told me the correct answer.
Union.
What?
Union.
Union. Okay. First of all, let me try with union. Okay. Union.
In all many
will
cases.
ignore
Union
duplicate.
will not give
One
duplicate.
to null.
Yeah.
Union will not give duplicate because union has inbuilt distinct functionality. So that is also discarded. Okay. Then
Union all.
Union all.
And all.
union all.
Union all will give like
It will print all
data
the
from both the tables, right? Both the query.
If I will use union all of this with this, then what will happen? 1, 1, and then again this one will come from here as well. So it will display you 3 times once.
Yes,
right?
union won't work.
A union on will also not work. Then what to do? What to do? Okay. I will give you some more hint. From this query, if I'm running, I'm getting this output. 1, 2, and null is there. Fine. Now, what I will do on top of this, here, suppose if I will do something like this, that from this output, I will do something so that I should get only null. If I'm not getting this 1 and 2, I repeat, from this query output, if I do something and I get only null in the output, and then that value, if I will union all with this, will that give me the output result?
Yes.
yes.
Suppose here in this query, if I'm doing something, what I will do, we'll discuss. Suppose I'm telling that I will do something and this query will just give me null output. Okay. So, and then finally this one, I will union all with this. Will I get the expected result or not?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So now in this, what I will tell, I am getting this output 1, 2, and null. So here I will tell to SQL engine that SQL select a star from, no, not a star, select ID from this. Where ID as null. Now this query, it has given me null, right? What I've done in this query, I'm telling that whatever SQL engine you are getting from this minus, I am not bothered. Just give me, if you have null, display the null only. That is what I've written. Select ID from this where ID is null. So from this query, I got ID null if it is missing, right? Now then what I will do? I will union all this with which one? With this one. Right? Now check the output. Now you got the output. Null 1, 1, 2.
Yes.
Clear? So see what approach I adopted here. Now try to understand the logic which I thought. I thought that okay, not in is able to give me duplicate, that is fine. Minus is giving me 1, 2, and null as well. I don't want this. So I will use this minus operator to get null only. I will remove this part because this value I'm getting here, duplicate, not in is able to handle, null, minus is able to handle. So from minus I'm fetching only null part, right? That is what I've written here. I'm telling to the SQL engine that from this minus query I want null only, and then finally I'm adding this to this not in part. So not in is giving me duplicate and this part is giving me null. That's all. Is that clear?
Yes.
So this is again an example of logic, how you have to think. This is how I thought. I thought that okay, fine, minus will give me null. I will take null only from minus. So I told to SQL engine that SQL do this minus, but I want only null record if it is given from here. Okay. And then I use this not in, because not in was working perfectly for duplicate, right? So then I have added this union all with this not in one. So now we got a balance of both the flavors. We got null as well, we got duplicate as well. Okay, and now this query, you see how multiple operators we have used together. First of all, here this is an example of subquery. Okay, we have used minus, then we have used union all, then we have used not in operator all together. Now any question? If it is not clear, you ask me. I will explain this again. Anyone? Is it clear? Yes or no?
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Yes. So don't think about the logic what I'm writing. Don't think that okay, what logic Tanvir has written. No. Think that how Tanvir is thinking about the logic. That is the most important, right? That how I am thinking. That is the most important. Okay, that you have to approach. Here I thought that okay, not in is giving me this duplicate. So for duplicate, not in is working perfectly. Minus is able to capture null. So I will use minus to get null only. So only the intelligent thought here is to remove this 1 and 2. That's all. And then I added both the output. That's all. I got the output. Okay. Any other question? Anyone?
Tanvir, to get the null value, right? So do we have only this null, or can we use equal to null?
Oh,
ID equal to null.
This I have explained earlier as well. Okay. Null doesn't works with equal operator, or equal operator doesn't works with null. For null, whenever you are using, you have to write is. Okay. Suppose in this employee one table, if the question is that Tanvir, I want on those ID which is 1. So what I will do, I will write where ID equal 1, right? I got the output ID 1 only. Now someone is saying that no, I want ID null only. So I will write ID equal null. So it is not working, no data found. Although we have null here in the data, but SQL engine is telling there is no data found. Why? Because null operator doesn't works with equal. You should not use equal with null. For null, you have to use is keyword. Okay, is that clear?
Yeah, okay.
But the question is why? That's the question, that why equal doesn't works with null. What is the reason, right? I have explained this. I think I've explained in the class. I'm not sure.
Yes. You have
Why?
explained it.
Why we
Because null
cannot
is
use it?
null is a bucket of assumptions and possibilities, and equal to operator works on absolute values.
Perfect. Very good. Much appreciated. We remember the exact line which I have told in the class. Very good. Equal operator. This is the basic definition of equal operator from mathematics. Okay, what we have studied in standard 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th. Equal means exactly same, absolute. If you will ask me how much marks then you have scored in standard 10th, I will tell that I have scored 90,96. Does it make sense? No. Equal always works on an absolute value. You have to write a particular value only. Then only equal will work, right? So when you're writing ID equal null, so you are telling that null is the exact value of ID, absolute value of ID. But do you know the value of null? No, no one knows. A null can have 0, a null can have 10 billion record as well, 10 billion transaction as well. So that is why equal operator is not used for null. And this is the reason we use is keyword, especially exclusive for null only. This is the reason. Okay. Hope I answered.
Yeah, yes, then.
Okay, any other question? Okay, fine. Uh, quickly, I will tell you one more thing. Quickly, I will tell you one more thing. I think I've covered or not. Okay, fine. No, I will cover that after some time. Okay. So, any other question? This is I meant. First of all, any other question do you have?
Tanvi, like I also solved this question by the query which someone was telling previously that select ID from EMP1 where ID is null and union all. Like I'm not getting what is wrong in that.
Which query?
For this question number 9 only, someone was
Uh-huh.
telling like select ID from EMP1 where ID not in
Oh,
select ID.
let me write it. Oh, okay. Yeah. I told that I will explain after this, right?
Yes.
That is wondering. Okay, please tell me the query. Select ID from
EMP1
EMP1.
where ID not in
Not in
brackets select ID from EMP2
from MP2. Okay.
union all
Select
ID
ID
from
from MP1
EMP1 where ID is null.
where there is null. Okay, this is the one you're telling, right?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Okay.
Also, Tanvir, I have one observation. Like while we are writing this select ID from EMP1 where ID not in query at the first at first, like before the second query, it is not giving correct output. If I'm trying to put brackets in this first query, then it is indicating error that your statement should start with select or with only. But if I reverse these conditions, like if I put select ID from EMP1 where ID is null at the first and this select line 53, like if I put line 55 at the place of 53 and line 53 in the place of 55, then it is giving the requisite output.
Okay, I will come to that. First of all, let's discuss this query is correct or not.
Okay.
Let's discuss this first of all. So, first of all, is this query correct or not? I want the answer from the audience. Anyone who wants to comment on this? Anyone who thinks that this query is not correct? Anyone? Think? I'm telling this query is not correct.
So as you explained, if null will be there, so this will not work.
Okay. See, your query, this query will work for this data set. You're getting the correct output, right? Okay, the output is correct. But your query must be generalized one. It should not cater to the data what you're looking at, because when you're working in project, tomorrow you're not sure what kind of transaction you'll be loading in your database, right? And then again, you should not change your query for each and every data. Your query must be generalized, right? Now, my question is, suppose tomorrow in this employee2 table, if I am adding this ID null, okay, and this employee2 now I have ID null as well. Now, what should be the output? Tell me what should be the output?
112.
112, correct? Okay.
Yes.
Now, when I will run this query, this is giving me the output as null only. Okay, I got it. That concept I have to tell. Sure. Okay. First of all, let me cover this one. Why this is telling no data found? Let's discuss first of all this one. Why it is telling no data found? Or what is the expectation? If I'm running only this line number 54, what you are expecting? What should be the output?
112.
112. You all agree? Everyone in the group?
Yes.
If I execute line number 54, so output should be 112, because 1, 1 and 2 are missing in this employee2 table. So if I'm executing only this line number 54, so I should get 112. But SQL engine is saying that Tanvi, there is no such record which is present in employee 1 but missing in employee 2. So it means SQL is giving me incorrect data, incorrect result, right? Correct?
Yes.
So where is the mistake? Either we are doing mistake or SQL is doing mistake. Someone is doing mistake, right? Okay. So before we blame SQL, that because easily anyone can see, it is easily visible here that in employee 1 we have 1, 1 and 2, and it is not present in employee 2, but the SQL engine is telling that Tanvir, there is no such record which is present in employee 1 but missing in employee 2. So it seems that SQL is not working correctly, right? So before we blame SQL, let's do the analysis. Okay, this is very interesting. I have asked this question on LinkedIn as well, and I posted on my LinkedIn post page as well. Why I always tell that I have posted this LinkedIn. Follow, you try to go through the post which I used to post on the LinkedIn. I'm not telling you that follow it, like it, or whatever other activities you have to do. Don't do all those things. At least go through that. Many useful comments are there. While teaching many other things I learned, I used to post it. So go through those contents. Okay, that will be very helpful. So fine. So let's start from employee 1. This is your employee 1. Let's do the analysis. Who is doing the mistake? Either we are doing a mistake or the SQL engine is doing the mistake. So this is your employee 1 table. Okay, and try and listen very carefully. Very interesting concept. Now, where is your employee 2? This is your employee 2. Okay. Employee 2. Oh, ID 33459. This is your employee 2. Okay. And this is the query. This is the query. Okay. Let's try to understand how SQL engine is processing it. Then only we will blame who is incorrect. Either we are incorrect or SQL engine is incorrect. Okay. Now, first of all, we are talking about not in. So your SQL engine will start working from the first record of this table employee 1. It will pick this ID 1 from here. It will keep it here, right? And it will search whether it is not in. It should not present here, right? If this ID is not present here, then it will display that in the output. Correct? Okay. ID 1, is this present here? ID 1 equal to 3, is it present here? Yes or no?
No.
No. Good, good, good. Next record. Is this ID 1 present here?
But Tanvir, we have a null record. So in future, we do not know where.
I will come to that. I will come to that. Just answer this. Is this ID 1 is present here in the second record?
No.
No. Okay. Then SQL will go to the third record. Is this ID 1 present here?
No.
No. Fourth record. Is this ID 1 present here?
No.
No. Now, is this ID 1 present here?
No.
Think carefully and then tell me.
We cannot say that.
No, might be.
Might be. Very good. Might be. Why might be?
Because null is having assumptions,
No.
so it can be there or it cannot be there.
Good. Null is a bucket of assumptions. It can have one, or maybe it is not having one, right? We are not sure. And that is why in the very beginning, when I was teaching you difference between zero, blank, and null, and that moment I told you null means what? Maybe zero is present, maybe it is not present, maybe it will be having 1 million, 1 billion. We are not sure. So that is why if you are not sure, can you tell me this one is not present here? Are you sure? No, you are not sure. Maybe it is present, maybe it is not present. So now tell me, will you publish here that one is not present in this employee 2 table? No, you will not publish, right? So that is why SQL engine is not publishing this one because when it is checking with this null, he is confused whether it is present or not. So he cannot take any confident decision, and that is why he is not publishing it. Got it? So that is why for all these values, when it is matching with this null, it is telling that it is not present in the table 1. That's where the output is no data found. Okay, similarly, when you will go for the next, this 2, so it is not present here, it will give you no data found. 3, no data, sorry. Then again 1, it will tell you no data found. That is the reason. Is this clear? Is this clear or not? Shall I repeat this?
Clear.
Yeah, please.
Clear?
And
Oh, 1 minute. So what you learned when you are using not in operator and this inner table is having null value, as if this inner table is having null value, then this not in will be a big flop. Not in will be a big flop. Even if your employee 1 table, you have 1 lakh transactions and they're missing in employee 2, and employee 2 have only null. Let me show you one more example. Interesting one. Create table person 1 ID and okay, and sort into person 1 values 1 I have here 2, I have here 3, I have here 4, and these values. I will call it person 1. Here start from person 1. So the values in person 1 table, and then you have another table. Sorry, I have very bad throat. I'm struggling. Person 2, I have null. Now forget about the SQL and all those things. If I will tell me the IDs which is present in person 1 but missing in person 2, what will be your answer?
1, 2, 3.
So all data from the person 1 table.
Good. Normally, if you are thinking, okay, all will be from person 1 table, all are the correct output because they are missing in person 2. Good. Okay. Now someone will try running this query, select ID from person 1, where ID not in, select ID from person 2. Okay. Now, what is the output? No data found. Your SQL is telling that Tanvi, there is no such ID which is present in person 1 but missing in person 2. So if I don't have this knowledge of how it behaves with null, I'll be under the impression that, oh, good. Data has migrated correctly, perfectly from person 1 to person 2, right? I'll be under this impression. But in real scenario, what has happened? Not a single record from person 1 has moved to person 2, right? And this is happening because of this null. Okay, is it clear now? Is this clear now?
Yes.
Okay, so
Yes.
that is why very careful while handling null. It is very dangerous. We have faced escalations because of this null in our project, and these are examples I'm showing you from a project only. Okay, so be very careful, okay, before handling nulls. So fine. Now coming back to your solution, this one. So here the problem is, first of all, this is the one, and then the actual issue is this one. How you can tell that ID is null, is missing in employee 1? Maybe if in employee 2 you have ID null, so even then your query will give me the ID null in the output. Is that clear?
Yes. Yes.
So that is why this query is not correct. Any other question?
So the solution which you suggested, like
This is
can
the
we
one I
go?
finished. I think this is the one I suggested. Where is one? Sorry. Where is the one? This one I suggested.
Yeah. So this will also not work if we are having null in the employee two table,
Employee
because
2, correct. Correct. Good catch. If an employee 2, if I have null, this will also not work. Very good.
what will we
Now
have
what
to
to do? Now what to do? Very good. That employee 2, Tanvir, if you have null. So as per your concept which I delivered now, so this will also fail, right? Then what to do? Any idea then what to do? Over to you guys.
While selecting the data from employee 2, we can ignore nulls.
No, you should not ignore null. Employee 2, you will ignore null, but employee 2, you should. Tell me how, what you will do. Good. What you will do? Well, first of all, who has asked? Indrani has asked, or Nishtha has asked? Sorry, I forgot. Kangsha has asked. Nishtha, you have. Okay. Nishtha asked that. Okay, Tanvir. Similarly, in employee 2, you have null. So in that case, your this query will fail, right? As per the concept what you delivered, this will fail. So you are correct. In that case, what I will do, I will write here where ID is not null. Okay, that's fine. I will bypass the null here. Is this clear? Anisha,
Yes.
is this clear?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Good. So see, SQL is all about practice, guys. More you will practice, still, like I got little bit understanding of SQL, but still I prefer practicing queries on a daily basis. I learned something new. So that is why SQL is all about practice. My lectures and all this recordings are only 5%. Okay, 95% is your effort. So if you're getting placed somewhere, if you're doing good in SQL, credit goes to you. Okay, so that is why give more effort in practicing the queries and logics and go step by step how I am teaching you. If any question is there, first of all, see the data and think that, okay, I have to think from a layman perspective, manually analyze it, prepare a logic in your mind, then translate that logic in SQL. That is the way to learn SQL and to write queries. Okay, so any other question? I know you'll be having questions in this one, but I will suggest practice now. Question number 10 now I will suggest you guys to do on your own. I've given a hint from question number 9. Do it, and then we'll discuss again on next class. Okay, shall I proceed with the new topics today? Any question? Any question? Anyone? Hello, shall I proceed? Okay, fine.
Yeah.
I will proceed now. I have 20 minutes left. So shall I teach update? Update me set now. Case book constraint update करते हैं. Okay, fine. Now I will teach you it is update. Many times what happened, you have created a table, you have inserted data. After some time you realize that, oh, this particular data is not correct, or this is not updated correctly. Okay, so in that case you want to change that. Okay, let me show you for example. Suppose for this student table, this is your student table. I've created the student table, I inserted the marks, everything was perfect. Then I realized that oh, that the student A in subject physics, he has scored actually 50 marks, but by mistake I have given 90 marks to this student A in subject physics. Is my question clear? Student A, subject physics, actually he has scored 50 marks, but by mistake I have given 90 marks. So what to do? Now I have to modify this marks from 90 to 50. So this happens in the project when you're working many times by mistake, or maybe like you have entered a value and then you got to know that okay, this is the new value, updated value, you have to change it. Okay, so for that you have a keyword known as update in SQL. Using this you can update the table, okay, data of the table. Syntax is very simple. Update a student, you have to write the table which you want to update. Set marks equal 50. I'm telling that I want to set marks equal to 50. Okay, now if I will run this query, only this query, I'm running it. So it is very slow. What's happening? What happened? It hang on. 1 minute, guys. Okay, 7 is updated. Now verify the data. Verify the data. Okay, is this the correct record which I have updated?
No.
No.
No, this is not correct, because I was supposed to update marks to 50 for subject A, for name A and subject physics. But what I've done, I updated each and every record with marks 50, right? And this happened because I have told to SQL engine that SQL update this student table and set marks equal to 50. And that is why SQL engine has updated marks equal to 50 for all the records of this student table, right? Now what to do? Job table student. Now what I will do, I have to tell to SQL engine that SQL, I want to update only those record where, which record I want to update? When name equal
Name
A.
equal to A.
Name equal A. So now tell me, is this the correct condition?
No,
Why?
We'll
because it
also
will update it
specify
for
the subject.
chemistry.
Okay, if I will execute this query, then what will happen?
First two records will be
First
updated.
two
As
records.
SQL engine will think that okay, Tanvir is telling to update marks to 50 where name is A. First of all, he will search for the records where name is A. And this is the first record where the name is A. This is the second record where name is A. So for both these records, it will update marks to 50. Okay, let me show this first of all. Two rows updated, verify the data now. See, both the records are updated, marks is updated to 50, which is not correct, right? It means we are missing some more condition. So I'm dropping this table, I'm inserting the data again. So which
And
condition we are
also-
missing then?
Subject equals physics.
They have to write and subject equals physics. So you have to be very careful while using update, because you know, like this update command, this will update your original table. So be careful while using this update. Okay, you should not update some incorrect record. So now I'm telling to SQL engine that SQL update this student table. The SQL engine will search for this student table in the database. That which record I want to update. Name is equal to A, subject equal to physics. So name equal to A, subject equal to physics refers to only this record. What I want to update? I want to update marks column. What value? 50. So now this will update marks to 50. One row updated. Now check this. So for name A, subject physics, marks is updated to 50. Now this is the use of update keyword. You can modify data in the existing table, in the existing column, but you have to be careful with the condition, where condition. You should not give some incorrect condition. If you give incorrect condition, it will update the incorrect record. Okay, you have to be very careful here. So any question on this update?
Tanvir, can I use this update command if I want to change the name of the column, maybe?
No. To change the name of a column, name of a table, we have an alter command. Okay.
Okay.
So at the end of the session, I will teach you that alter command. And alter, mostly it is used by ETL developers and mostly ETL developers, data engineers, they have to use this. But I teach that, no problem. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, fine. Any other question from this update syntax? Any other thing? Any question, guys? No? Okay. If you don't have a question, I want to show you one more concept. Now I'll show you one more example for update. Okay, very simple. This is a student table. Okay, here the name is already used. Drop table student. Now this is the data. Let's start from this. Okay, so now here in this student table, what happened? By mistake, the gender is swapped actually. Okay, suppose Bilal it is M. I want to change this to F. Okay, Suresh M. I want to change this to F. Bilal M. I want to change this to F. And Suresh I want to change this. So no, in bad example. This is the bad example. Bad example. One minute. Drop table student. Okay, so this is your table now, and this is the data. So the require what I'm doing here. I'll leave this 1 minute. Take this example. Draw this table. Okay, so in this student table, the requirement is I want to swap the gender. Swap the gender means those who are displayed as male, I want to display F here, and where it is F, I want to display M. So that is the requirement. I want to swap the data. Let me show you the values here. This is the value. So Bilal is M. I want to change this to F. Suresh is M. I want to change this to F. Aman is M. I want to change this to F. Swati F. I want to change this to M. I want to swap the gender here and for each and every record. So what should we do? One way is I will write a query, update a student set gender equals M, where gender equal F. Okay, I can do this. I will tell the SQL engine that wherever gender is F, change that to male. Okay, so will this work? Will this satisfy the requirement? Is this the question?
No, we have to swap both the values.
We have to swap both. It is fine here. F will be changed to M, but what about M? Right? We have to swap both. So in that case, what we will do, I will write update student set gender equals case when gender equal M. I will tell you what I'm doing. Ignore all those things. Then I hope I have covered case statement. You all know it.
Yeah.
Then M and fine. The gender case is M, then my gender is equal to F, then M, and okay. I'm running this query. and verify the output, then we'll discuss about this query. Missing equal sign. "16 rows updated." Okay, let's verify the data. Select a star. Some background noise is coming. Please go on mute. Let's start from a student. Select a star from a student. First of all, verify the data. Is this correct or not? Then we'll discuss further about the query. Bilal changed to F, Suresh changed to F, Aman changed to F, Swati changed to M. Similarly for all the other records. Right? We achieved the requirement. We have done it. Correct? Okay. Now, anyone who wants to explain this query? Anyone? When you volunteer? What I'm doing here? You all know here. Simple only.
We are updating gender here, but also one condition, like when we are finding out, okay, so in case first, when we will find out gender equal to M, then we will replace that F, and if gender will be F, then we are replacing that. So we are giving conditions here.
Good. Very good. Let me explain this. Drop table student. Let me keep this to the original state. Let me create this table again. So, drop table student. Let me create this table student. Data. So now this is your student table. Okay. Let's try to understand the query which I have written here. How this works. Very simple. Just actually, I want to show you that you can use case with update as well. Earlier, I have shown you how to use case with order by. Then we have seen how to use case in select clause. Now I'm showing you how to use case in update statement. Here I'm telling SQL engine to update the student table. First statement is clear, right? So this is student table. I want to update this. Then SQL will ask that which record you want to update. Okay. Then I'm telling I want to update gender. I want to update this gender. Okay, fine. You want to update gender. What you want to update in gender? I'm telling I want to update in gender case. Okay, I'm giving some condition. What is the condition? I'm telling when gender is equal to M. When gender is equal to M. So wherever you have gender M, these all are gender M. Then these all are gender M. These all are gender M. These all are gender M. Okay. SQL will highlight this that okay, so user is telling something about gender M. What user is telling about gender M? User is telling when gender is equal to M, then what I want? F, right? So SQL engine will mark this that okay, where it is M, they want it as F to mark F here. This is F, this is F, F, this is F, this is F, this is F, this is F, F, this is F, this is. First condition is over. Second condition, when gender is equal to F, then M. Where gender is F, this is gender F, this is gender F, this is gender F, this is gender F. So when gender is equal to F, what you want? I want M. So let's mark it M, 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 M. Swap and then end. You know that case you have to write end. This is the syntax. It is swapped, right? So now this value, it will copy from here and it will paste here. Gender is swapped. So this is how you can use case in update statement. Okay. Any query? Any question? Any question? Is this clear?
So Tanvi, this is a swap case, right?
Swap case.
Okay. So we call it operator as a swap or update.
No. It is not a swap operator. We are doing update only. Actually, here I am showing you how to use case in update. Okay, this is swapping we are doing. Just one particular use case I am showing you, but with the help of case you can do many other things. Okay, many other tasks you can perform. Okay, so that's what I'm telling. Okay, clear? I think it's not clear. Is it clear, everyone?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, Tanvi. Yeah.
Okay. It's clear. I want to show one more thing here. Okay, coming back to the student table. Okay, suppose here the question is that name B, okay, student B has scored 80 marks in physics. You can see this, right? The student B has scored 80 marks in physics, but okay, now suppose the requirement is actually what happened is student B has scored 70 in maths, but by mistake we have written B has scored 80 in physics. Okay, so what I have to do is update a student, set subject equal to maths. Okay, and marks is how much?
80.
Marks is equal to 80, where name equals B and subject equal to physics. Okay, so let's check the output. One row updated. Now verify this. Select start from a student. Is this changed? This was B physics. Now, oh, marks is 80. I have not changed this. I forgot to change this one. Drop the student. Now this is the student table. Okay, now here the requirement is, this is student table. The requirement is for the student B, you can see subject is physics, marks is 80, but actually this was B has scored 19 maths. This was the correct data, but by mistake what we have done, we have written B has scored 80 in physics. So I want to change this B maths 90. This is the requirement. So this is the query for that. I will write subject is equal to maths, marks is equal to 90, where name is B and subject is physics. So now I'm updating, I'm running this query. So now you can verify this output. Okay, you can check it. Subject B, name B, subject maths, marks is 90. Is updated, right? So from this example, I want to explain that we can update two columns as well in the same query. Now, say in the same query, I have updated two columns. Subject I changed to maths and marks I changed to 90. So what we learned, we can update n number of columns in the same query. That is also allowed. We can use case statement in a query. That is also allowed, but you have to be very careful with this condition what you're using. So that's all from update perspective. Any questions?
So, Tanvir, can you repeat this query one more time?
Which one? This one, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. No problem. I will repeat this. Let me drop this table better. Okay. Table student. Let me embed that in. So this is the your student table, and this is the data. Let's start from the student. Here, actually, look at this record. Name B, subject physics, marks is 80. Okay. So actual data was that B has scored 90 marks in mathematics, but by mistake we have entered that B has scored 80 in physics. Okay, first of all, let's try to understand the requirement. The requirement is the marks of B in mathematics was 90, but by mistake we have entered the marks of physics as 80. So I want to replace this physics by mathematics. I want to replace this 80 by 90. This is the requirement. So is the requirement clear first of all?
Yes.
Okay. So for that, what I have done, I have written this query. This query I have written. Here I'm telling to SQL engine that I want to update the student table. Okay. SQL will ask that which column you want to update. I'm telling set subject is equal to maths, marks is equal to 90. Then SQL will ask for which record you want to update this. Then I'm telling when name is equal to B and subject is equal to physics, it means this record I want to update subject to maths. Now physics will be changed to maths and marks is equal to 90. It means this marks 80 will be changed to 90. Is this clear now?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Now I'm running this query. Now you verify the output. Now you can see the subject name B, subject from physics it is changed to maths, marks from 80 it is changed to 90. So from this query, I want to make you understand that you can update two columns. You see, I have updated two columns in the same query. I have updated subject column to maths, marks column to 90. Two columns I have updated in the same query. That is allowed because many students, many participants, they have this misconception that in update we can update only one column in a one query. No, you can update a number of columns. There is no restriction. You can give a number of condition. There is no restriction. Okay. Hope it is clear, Hafiz.
Yes, Tanvir. Thank you.
Okay, no problem. Any other question?
Tanvir, I have a question.
Yes.
So that's an example. In original table, we have another same row, but student ID is different. Then in that case, we want to update only one row. And in that, how can we do that?
You told that in the same student table, I have two rows.
Two rows. For B, let's an example, we have B physics 80. Okay, another row is ID. Another ID, let's an example, student ID is 5, but subject is B physics and 80.
One minute. Let me create that record. Let me create it. I'm creating this new record. Student ID 5. Yeah. So
Yes.
name E. Shall I take?
Yes, yes.
E.
Or
Okay.
let's say example, student ID is also same, like the duplicate only.
No. Tell me the data first of all. ID is 5. Name is E. Subject what you want?
B. So subject E and subject is also B and physics and 80. Marks is 80.
No.
So again, I'm repeating. So in that case, so in this case, so ID is 5, name is B.
B.
Yes.
B.
Yeah. And physics, subject is physics.
Subject is physics. Okay.
And marks is 80.
Marks is 80. Okay.
Yes. So I'm trying to update, and in where condition I'm not providing ID here. Okay. So then how this will work?
Oh, okay. Good question.
And even if duplicate data will be there, let's an example, ID is also same. Then I want to keep one row and another row I want to update.
Okay. So here you're asking that, Tanvir, already we have this record B physics 80, but I have one more record with B physics 80, but ID is different. Here ID is 2, here ID is 5, right?
Yes.
So if you want to update this ID to 1, then you have to add here and ID is equal to
ID
2
as well. Yes.
You have to give that as well. That is correct. If you will not give ID is equal to 2, so it will update this record and this record. Both the records will be updated because both the records are satisfying this condition, name B and subject physics. That is clear, right?
Yes.
Now, if your question is that, Tanvir, here I have one more duplicate record, 2B physics 80 and 2B physics 80, but I want to update any one because maybe you are thinking that this value physics is 80 is correct, but actually one record should be maths 90. So I want to update one record to maths 90, another record I want to keep as it is. Is that your question?
Yes.
Okay. So for that, then I have to use the concept of row number. Okay. So that will come when I will teach you in this window functions. Or if you know the row number, then you have to use row number partition by name. So that will create two separate row number 1 for this, row number 2 for this. Then I will add at the last where row number is equal to 1 condition. Okay. So when I will teach you that row number, then I can explain to this question. Okay, is that fine?
Yes.
Okay. Or if you want the query, I will share the query with you after class. But if you don't know the row number, you will get confused.
No, I don't know.
Then it is fine. Then when I will cover the row number, no, you mark this question and ask me, please. Again, I will explain there.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Thank
Fine
you.
then. Good thought. Any other question, please? No. Okay. Fine. We'll stop here. A lot of assignment questions is pending on your end, and I'll give some assignment question. Today I have taught only update, no new keyword. Today I taught only update, I think. So I'm planning I should give assignment or not. So I will not give assignment today because a lot of assignments are pending at your end. So finish all the assignments, then on the Monday I will give you your set of assignments. Okay. Fine then, guys. Let's connect on
Tanvir,
Monday.
there is a
Thank you.
question.
Oh yeah, sure.
Hi, Tanvir. Hello.
Yeah, sure. Hi.
Tanvir, did you teach primary and foreign key?
Yes, sir. That we will cover here.
I missed the class.
We'll cover in constraint.
Okay.
That yet we have to cover. That is what I plan to cover today. Maybe next class I will cover this constraint and primary key, foreign key will be there. Okay.
Okay, fine.
Any other questions? No problem. Okay, guys. Fine then. Next class we meet. Thank you. Take care. Bye.